Some sounds never leave you. I've heard ventilators hiss like broken lullabies. I've heard monitors scream and suddenly flatline. I've heard families collapse into silence when we breaking the bad news. But the one sound I can't forget, the one that still echoes in my mind, is the sound of her crying. I was assigned to a young woman that night. Her name was Kieran, 23, brain hemorrhage, collapsed at home after a headache no one took seriously. By the time she arrived in the ICU, she was unconscious, intubated, and fading fast. Her mother came in, wrapped in a shawl, clutching Kieran's college ID like a talisman. She kept whispering, "She was just studying, just studying." We see pain often in the ICU, but what struck me about Kieran's case wasn't just the diagnosis, it was the noise around her, or rather, the lack of it. No one prepared me for how quiet the dying can be. The ventilator was doing all the breathing. The monitor beeped with rhythmic certainty. Nurses moved in and out with calm precision. But her mother made all the noise. Not screaming, not yelling, just crying. A soft, wounded, trembling cry that didn't stop. For hours, I tried everything. I offered her water. I sat with her. I reassured her gently every time a new machine beeped. But she wouldn't leave Kieran's bedside. She kept stroking her daughter's hair, kept saying, "Mama's here, Mama's here," and crying. I had to step away several times, not because I was busy, but because I couldn't breathe. There's something different about watching someone grieve in real time. In ICU, we often become detached, focused on labs, lines, ventilator settings, documentation. But that night, I couldn't hide behind the chart. I kept thinking, what if that were my mother? What if I never woke up? At 3:42 a.m., Kieran's pupils became fixed. Her heart rate slowed. We called the code. No response, no recovery. Just the sound of the vent, giving one last push, and then stillness. And then came the sound again. That cry. I've heard grief before. But this was a mother losing a daughter who hadn't even lived yet. A mother who thought she had more time. Who never thought a simple headache would take her child away. Who thought the ICU would save her. She held Kieran's face and wept like a wound that wouldn't close. I helped wash the body, helped remove the tubes, helped repair the paperwork. But my ears wouldn't stop ringing. It's been months. I've cared for dozens of patients since. But on quiet nights, I still hear that cry. Not just in my ears, but in my chest. A sound that doesn't fade with time. Learning lessons for healthcare workers. Emotional detachment may protect you, but it can't always shield you. Some moments will stay with you. Let them. Families in crisis don't always need answers, they need presence. Silence can be powerful. Grief is not always dramatic. Sometimes it's soft, constant, and unbearably human. Learning lessons from medical and nursing students. It's okay to feel. You're not less professional because something breaks you inside. You will not save every patient. But you can offer dignity, compassion, and comfort in the final hours. Never underestimate the impact of simply staying in the room. Learning lessons for the public. Behind the ICU walls are stories of heartbreak, resilience, and human love. Nurses don't just treat the sick, they absorb pain that often has nowhere else to go. Always listen when someone says they're in pain. Some tragedies begin with being ignored. Closing reflection. Some sounds never leave us. For me, it wasn't the machines or the alarms, it was a mother's cry beside her dying daughter. That night reminded me that medicine cannot always heal, but presence can. In the end, what matters most is not silence or answers, but simply being there when someone needs you most. This is Silent Scrubs, where every story carries a lesson for healthcare workers, students, and the public. If this story touched you, subscribe and walk with me through the unseen truths of hospital life.